My husband fell in love with another woman and wants to try polyamory. But before that, PSA, we need to have a quick chat because I'm always honest with you guys, okay? And I've been getting a lot of questions about the new editing style, all right? So here's the deal. YouTube made some changes on our end of things, the creator side. They changed their ad policy and their ad placement. So basically, ads cannot be put anywhere that they consider interruptive. We don't get to decide, they do. And since I read stories and stuff all the way through, there's quite literally nothing in my videos that they are considering as non-interruptive. So some of you have said you've seen it, other creators doing it as well. That is because creators are now having to create a non-interruptive spot within their video in order to get ad placements approved from YouTube. A very big pain in the butt on our end, but also for the viewer as well. I can't even use hydration station, okay, as a non-interruptive part to the story because it's their bots and everything that are flagging and determining the spots for ad placements. This change just happened. It's getting rolled out across every creator platform by the end of May 2025. It's already affected my channel. So if you guys are wondering why there are random pictures, stock images popping up, it's because YouTube is flagging my face on the screen and my voice as interruptive. So we have to create these moments where I'm not talking and I'm not on the screen, which is quite literally my entire video. So I am always open to new ideas from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions or maybe things that would be better for you, more flowing, let me know in the comment section. But I wanted to address it because I see your comments and I'm always honest with you guys. This is just the creator life that I live and we have to adjust to YouTube's policies. So any ideas, I'm here for it. All right, this was first posted April 7th, 2024. Hi, I've been married to my hubby for 4 years and we've been together for 12 years. After a lot of financial struggle, we bought a house and we are now planning to get kids. A few months ago, my husband felt sick and had to stay home for a while. He decided to pick up an online game and started having weekly sessions with a group of players. Among them is a girl, 30, I think, and long story short, he fell in love with her. He broke down crying a month ago and admitted it. He told me it built up so gradually he didn't understand how he felt until it was too late. They started texting privately after meeting. Oh, the too late part is now making sense. They started texting privately after meeting and eventually had one-on-one calls together. Then at some point he said she told him she was in love with him and he realized that it was mutual. I'm so happy you came to this realization. He said he told her it was impossible, but he loved her too. They tried to be just friends, but they couldn't resist and continued to show affection to each other. He showed me the texts, but also ventured into sexting. Okay, so man's full out cheated on you already, but yeah, it's too late. She asked if she could meet him face to face, but he refused. Why? Like, oh, are you doing me a favor by not meeting her face to face? So he told me all of this, apologized over and over again, and told me he couldn't control himself. And while he loved us both, it was me that he would choose no matter what. I was still very upset and slept at a friend's that night to gather my thoughts. I decided to forgive him because he clearly felt guilt and wanted to work it out. I told him that while I was deeply hurt, I still appreciated him coming forward to me and being honest about what had happened. When I tell you, if any man came up to me and said, I love another woman, but I also love you too, so I'm gonna choose you, I'm no longer a choice. All good. I'll make the choice for you, sir. No, I am not going to be loved alongside somebody else. Sorry, that might just be me. We got into long conversations about how we were feeling in our relationship. I accepted he could love someone else, but said I didn't like how he handled it. He agreed. And then yesterday he asked if I was comfortable opening up the marriage to polyamory. He said he still wanted to live with me and have kids, but can't erase nor ignore the feelings he has for her. He says he wants to do it right and let us both see other people with clear boundaries and communication and still be present for one another. I'm going to be honest honest, it made me very uncomfortable at first. We have several friends who are poly. I know more or less how it works, but I never thought about getting into it myself. I am not against it. It just never crossed my mind before. I am trying to think it through, but it's a lot to take in. I guess it's too early to decide, and we have a lot more to discuss beforehand. But still, could you guys give me your opinions on this? I mean, I also know people who are in polyamorous relationships. It is not for me personally, but I do know people who are enjoying it and they're happy. So I feel like everyone's gonna have a different opinion on this, which is okay. Let me know though. I'll see you in the comments section and I can't wait. Update number 1 came 2.5 weeks later. I waited for a bit to think about it all and had multiple long discussions with my husband. I wanted to confront him before making a final decision. To answer some of your questions, the other girl wanted to meet him, but they never did. Partly because my husband refused, but honestly, mostly because she lives too far from here. I still got checked for STDs though, and I'm clean. Yay! Yay! As for our polyamory friends, they apparently were the ones who suggested that he go down the polyamory road. I stopped talking to them for now. I'll deal with the bigger problem first. I told him his actions hurt me deeply and that while I appreciated him admitting to the affair, it was still infidelity. Sure was. I told him what you guys said, that turning it into polyamory was merely green lighting the affair after the fact. That polyamory should be built on mutual trust and communication, which he already broke. That I didn't feel respected. It destroyed him. He said he already knew deep down, but didn't want to admit it, neither to me nor himself. We both screamed and cried a lot. He finally admitted he wanted to open the marriage for selfish reasons. Duh. He is very sorry. He cut off contact with the other girl, let me fully access his computer and phone, and now wants to go to counseling to repair our relationship and marriage. He has shown me a lot of affection and attention since then, although he admits himself it sometimes is out of guilt and not just out of pure love. If I had a red flag, I would be waving it. I think I need to buy one. That would be a fun game. And now I want to make it work too. Our first session is in 2 months, the earliest we could get, and every day I change my mind. Literally yesterday, I wanted to leave him. Well, today I think it's worth giving it a try. Because we've known each other for so long, we understand each other on a very deep level, share a lot of interests, and have already built so much together. He was there for me during hard parts of my life. He took responsibility for his actions and is really trying. Plus, if I leave him, I'd have to start my life nearly from scratch, find a new place to live, go back to dating for the first time in 12 years. I don't want to lose everything. It sounds very hard and scary. Am I too old for this? Nah, girl, this sounded so blunt. But my mom just started over and she turned 60. So you're gonna be fine. But at the same time, that's a form of denial, isn't it? It doesn't matter if those years were good, it's not going to be the same. Even if he gains my trust back, even if I forgive him, I will never forget. I think he's genuinely remorseful, but isn't it too late for that? I am too empathetic. Him being present now doesn't erase what was done. Do I want to stay, not because I still believe in this relationship, but because I don't have the strength to ask for a divorce? Because it's the easy choice, some kind of codependency? I have no idea. I can picture both paths clearly, and it's tearing me apart. I am lost, maybe even more than I was when I wrote my previous post. I've lost sleep and appetite, and I'm not sure I enjoy anything in my life anymore. I booked an appointment with a psychologist for me alone to help me with this whole thing. I am sorry at this point, I am rambling. I know I am the only one who can decide what's okay and comfortable for me or not. It's ultimately my choice and my choice only. The emotional hell I am going through just makes thinking about that choice very hard and paralyzing. I'll go to both therapies and try to see what to do from here. I'll try to update, but it's probably going to take a while. I am sorry. I want to thank you again for your support, and I'm sending you guys a lot of love. There's an edit. A couple of infos I should have mentioned, but didn't because putting all of that into writing without omitting something is much harder than I thought. He cut off contact with her because once he told her he was married and wanted us both, she just ran away and broke up with him. Okay, so she left him. He didn't really cut off contact with her. There are times since then where my husband starts feeling sad or angry because of what's basically withdrawal. And for that, he's smart, at least sensible enough not to blame me. What kind of marriage did we have before this crisis? It really sounds so naive. It's my first and only romantic relationship. We were very close and basically grew up together as adults. We could talk about anything and understand each other. We shared the same values and interests. What changed? I think we got into routine and he got bored. During our argument, he said he was addicted to the attention the girl was giving him and that he felt I didn't show him that I was in love with him enough anymore. I told him that even if it was true, he should have told me instead of having an affair. On one hand, I have my faults too, and I could accept this as one of them. On the other, I was taking care of him and the house while he was sick. I don't think he believes it. I don't think he means it. But it makes me wonder whether I was actually a good wife for him, even though I am not responsible for his actions. You know what's funny? Well, it's not funny at all, really. When people get cheated on, they ultimately start blaming themselves. And I was one of those people because I was in that experience. You immediately start thinking about everything you've done in the relationship. Like, where did I go wrong? Did I do something wrong? It's wild. It's a crazy journey. You really got to get over that because it ain't you, boo-boo. We have more updates, but we're hydrating first. Look at this. I did not plan this. But once I put it on, I was like, cheers, drink some water. That's all I have to say. Also, cannot wait to have my nails. I need to do my nails. They are absolutely horrific. The next update came 3 months later. Okay, so she took a long break from Reddit. I hope she did some healing. A huge amount of things have happened since then. I'll quickly summarize. Feel free to check my profile if you want to know more. Don't worry, we got all the details. It was a very, very unpleasant ride. So, my soon-to-be ex-husband had the emotional affair online and tried to make me greenlight it by asking for an open marriage. Yes, where we would be allowed to have what he called side adventures. I refused and his affair partner dumped him. We know this. He begged me to try to reconcile with him, to which I agreed while I was actually trying to prepare my exit. We both went to individual therapy. I still am. We separated temporarily 3 times, but every time I came back, it went terribly. He was desperate. He kept trying to cross my boundaries, love bombing me, playing the victim, asking to touch me even though I established I didn't want to, threatening to end himself if we were to divorce. Where's my red flag? I could go on and on. Same. This made me finally realize, along with my therapist's help, a lot of self-reflection and exchanges on Reddit, that I was in an abusive relationship, which is actually the most important part of this update. Please look up definitions and examples of abuse because I had no idea that what my husband had been doing all these years, even before the affair, counted as such. Oftentimes, you don't realize until you're out of it and you look back and you're like, how did I not see that? In this case, it was psychological abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, guilt tripping, blame shifting, emotional blackmail, nothing aggressive or mean, which turned me into a very submissive partner over the years, always catering to his needs while erasing mine. I rationalized everything. It happened subtly and gradually, and I was too naive to see it for what it was. His emotional affair and open marriage proposal were the natural continuity of that. Of course, the more I tried to get away from him, the more manipulative he got. Now that I was aware of it, I knew what he was doing. But fighting years of conditioning, even if you recognize it and succeed, is effing exhausting and disarming. So earlier today, I brought a friend home to assist me. We sat down, the 3 of us, and I told my husband we were over, and I handed him the papers. It might sound dumb, but it's genuinely one of the hardest things I've done in my life. That doesn't sound dumb. You literally were married to this man. He reminded me of the family we were planning to have and of our best memories together. Was it all for nothing? Apparently, yes. He was heartbroken, clearly mad and frustrated, but still, he agreed. He signed them and went back to his parents for now. We still have to go through the whole procedure, separate our assets, decide what to do with the house and all that, and he still wants us to go to marriage counseling. But right now, I feel free for the first time in months. The last hours have been a mix of tears, celebration, and godly, restful sleep. But it does not stop there. I hate to say it. The next update again came 3 months later. My previous post should have been the final update. I wish. God, I wish. I'm a little bit scared. But no, of course not. Of course it got worse. Again. F my life. After my soon-to-be ex-husband signed the divorce papers, we went no contact. Or at least I tried to. He still sent me text messages, voice messages, and tried to call me multiple times. He even sent me a long letter full of statements such as, quote, "I'm concerned that your mental health is deteriorating. I believe you need antidepressants to help you feel like yourself again." Or, quote, "Your trauma is understandable, but it probably makes you want to punish me by making irrational decisions like divorce." Or, "I'm afraid you are surrounding yourself with questionable influences that have bad agendas. Please let me help you see through it." Bad agendas coming from the man who had an affair with someone he met on a game. He claimed that the crisis was just as hard for him as it was for me. People told me he was escalating and that I should protect myself. I should have listened immediately, but I didn't react soon enough. Girl, where is this going? I'm scared. Then he came to our street. He arrived uninvited and pleaded with me to give him a second chance. He said he wanted to be there for me and for us, insisting that he didn't deserve any of this. I started to feel distressed. He saw that I was unwell and wanted to comfort me, so he hugged me. But I didn't want to be touched. I'm pretty sure I told him no. I think I screamed no multiple times, but my memory is fuzzy. Either I misremember or I did say no and he ignored it and didn't stop. I know it's just a hug, but it triggered a severe panic attack. He called emergency services, telling them he was worried about me because I wasn't myself. I had to ask the paramedics to make him leave. After that, he told me he was there for me if I needed him, but he thought we needed space. He contacted half of our social circle to inform them that I was unwell and needed support. Our mutual friends, my colleagues, our neighbors, my physician. People reached out of the blue to ask if I was okay. I became paranoid, unsure of who to trust anymore. Close friends, my therapist, and people here helped me see things more clearly. My lawyer filed a restraining order against him, but unfortunately, it was refused. Not enough concrete evidence of a threat, apparently. I want to scream. We submitted a second request, which is currently being reviewed. Every story I hear about restraining orders seems like they're absolutely useless and they don't protect you in any way. But let me know if you've had a different experience. Hopefully you haven't had to get one of those. In the meantime, I've moved into an apartment on my own. He doesn't know where I live. Almost nobody does. I constantly wonder how he reacted when he found out. I'm still paying my half of the mortgage because nothing has been decided regarding our house yet. It's financially very hard for me, but I do feel safer. I am feeling much better, although I remain haunted by my constant stress, sleep disorders, nightmares, nervous tics, random bursts of tears, and rushes of anxiety. My physician prescribed me sedatives. They do make it easier. I realize I'm isolating myself more and more. I try to fight it, but I'm really afraid that sensitive information could leak, even accidentally. I've started reaching out to my closest friends again as much as I can. I'm trying to come back here on Reddit. I keep going to therapy. It's necessary because one part of me, the part he cultivated for so long, urges me to stop all of this, to go back to the house, cancel the restraining order, cancel the divorce, call him, apologize, and repair our relationship. It would be insane. I am not going to do that. Girl, you're going to give me a severe panic attack. I do not listen to that little voice. I don't. But when your defenses are attacked over and over again, it becomes incredibly hard to reason properly. I can't wait for the divorce to be over. I just want to move on. I want all of this to be behind me. I'm sorry this is bleak. I wish I could have left sooner. I just hope this can help someone, anyone. Oh, we have another update. This one is fresh, and this one came 5.5 months later on April 7th, 2025, literally a week ago. Hey everyone, I know it's been a while since I last posted, and I appreciate your patience. I am okay. I was waiting for the storm to pass, but also wanted to take some time to gather my thoughts and reflect on everything before posting again. First off, I'm relieved to say that a restraining order was finally granted. Shortly after, my ex-husband sent me a long apology/love love letter text asking me to take care of myself. I haven't heard from him since then. The divorce was recently finalized and the house has been sold. It was draining. Saying it was a roller coaster of emotions would be an understatement. I have to thank my lawyer for carrying it to the end. Starting over is overwhelming. I often find myself asking a lot of questions. What if I had spoken up sooner? What if I had recognized the signs earlier? What if I had been more assertive and expressed my boundaries better? What if I had communicated more effectively? What if I let myself get caught in the pain and overreacted? I think I failed miserably and made many mistakes over the past year. I'm still working on forgiving myself for those what ifs. I feel bad for the pain I caused my ex-husband and others. There is shame, guilt, and self-hatred for sure. I know I can't change the past. I can only learn from it. Therapy still helps, even more now that the situation is stable. I don't need the sleeping pills anymore most of the time. I still have plenty of bad days where memories, flashbacks, dissociative episodes, and nightmares paralyze me, but I'm learning to cope with them and identify their triggers better. My new apartment has become a safe haven for me. It's comforting to wake up in a space that truly feels like mine, not a house filled with reminders of the past or a mere survival space. I finally found the energy to decorate it with little touches that reflect who I am, and it feels so good to embrace that, to have a place that I call home. I recently turned 34. It could have been a miserable birthday, but it was not. It felt more like the mark of a new beginning. I'm proud to say I'm taking evening classes, slowly making some new friends, and reconnecting with old ones. The laughter and joy they bring into my life is something I didn't think was possible anymore. I still struggle with trust in relationships though. I am very careful around people. I'm still haunted by the traumas, and I never ever want to go through something like this ever again. I fear being manipulated and worry that people might realize I'm broken, damaged goods. I have moments of doubt, anxiety, and sadness, but I'm learning to accept those things instead of pushing them away. I understand it's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's part of the healing process. I carry my scars with me, and I know that while they will never disappear, they will still fade with time. I'm excited for what's to come as I slowly build my new life, one filled with hope and possibilities. I am not there yet, but I know I deserve happiness. For now, I think it's best for me to do what I was already doing, step back from posting. This will be my last update. It has been 1 year since I joined Reddit, and I am now ready to move forward and focused on my journey without constantly revisiting the pain. I have plans to travel, explore new hobbies, and meet new people. I want to rediscover who I am outside of my marriage. Thank you all for your incredible support throughout this. Your kind words and encouragement have meant the world to me. I hope this can help anyone else going through something similar. It's tough, it takes time, and there are going to be difficult days. Healing is not linear, but it will get better eventually. I'll be okay, and I hope you all will be too. Much love to you all. I am just so excited for her. Is anyone else like, I understand 12 years and at 34, no one wants to start over necessarily, but how exciting at the same time. Girl, you got so much life left. I'm excited. I think you're gonna look back and be like, that was the best thing that actually ever happened to me to get to where you're going, you know? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I'll see you in the comment section, obviously.